Hello, this is the Tradesight U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Tuesday, June 5th, 2018. Hope you had a good trading day on Monday. It wasn't that exciting. The market's gapped up, and the ES established the entire range for the day within the first 15 minutes, and then everything went dead flat. So here's a look at the ES front month futures contract daily chart, the broad market futures form. You can see we finally eked out a little bit to new highs. We'll see if that turns into anything. Let's go through the major indices, then we'll talk about the intraday action, then we'll look at the data for tomorrow and go from there. Crude oil, the CL contract down again, down 94 cents to 64.87. That's a big drop over the last week and a half. That's good for prices at the pump as we're into summer months here. Gold down $3.40, doesn't really matter. The S&P cash index gains 12.25, but again, we had a gap up. The NDX up 59.64. I think that's a new closing high on the NASDAQ 100, even though it's traded a little higher one day back in March. Again, that was a gap up. And again, it's the usual stocks, the usual 5 or 6 stocks that are making the index move because the advanced decline ratio was not great. Stocks up 11.36. That's good. Biotechs were down 22.49. VIX down 72 cents to 12.74, almost the lowest reading since February when the markets fell apart a bit. The trend closes at 1.19. That puts the 10-day at 1.29. NASDAQ volume 2.1 billion shares. Nothing special. Advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ plus 358, on the New York plus 895. Google gains $18.04. Big gain for Google over the last couple of days. Apple up $1.59, also new highs. Remember, it's the same stocks carrying the NASDAQ. Netflix only up $1.88, but it's still a new closing high. Amazon up $23.73. Why not? A new closing high. Tesla also up $4.92, nowhere near a new closing high, but it's up. Goldman Sachs up $1.54, still near the lows, and Facebook was basically down a little bit, but not bad. Still holding your highs. Could get a breakout here on Facebook at any point in time. All right, so let's take a look at the intraday action on the ES 5-minute candles. That's 10. Let's switch it to 5. And here's what you get. A very flat day. Like, that's the unfortunate part. The gap up, the push early. We made some good money on the futures. And that was it. That was the entire range for the day on the ES. When you look at the NASDAQ side, it did go a little bit higher, but look how flat everything was after lunch. Starting to feel a little bit like summer when they get to those afternoons, unfortunately, but we'll still be around to check them out at least and see what happens. In terms of economic data coming out on Tuesday, we've got final services PMI at 945, ISM non-manufacturing PMI and JOLTS job openings at 10. The IBD tip economic optimism never comes out at some point in the afternoon. And then we'll have a market preview for tomorrow. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading Tuesday.